What is up, my fellow Chibits? Today I'm here to bring all of you my anime first impressions of a new anime series from Summer of Anime 2016, Mob Psycho 100. A series I have been waiting for a very long time since its announcement. It's being done by Studio Bones, the same studio that brought us Boku no Hero Academia from last anime season. Studio Bones is definitely on a roll. They have been pumping out some very good anime from this year, and I just gotta say, I'm so excited. I'm so glad that Studio Bones continuously is making good anime. It's like they're the madhouse of 2016. So I'm just going to, let you all know some background information to make you all aware. If you're a reader of the original source, like the manga or the web novel that, I guess, Mob Psycho 100 is based off of, I have not read it. I'm just going to straight up let you all know I have not read the original source. Now, as you all know, I did read the original source of One Punch Man before the anime aired, and so I knew what to expect. And I have never read Mob Psycho because, honestly, I wasn't actually really that well aware of it at the time, and then eventually we got an announcement for, the anime of Mob Psycho, and because of this, I didn't want to actually go and read the original content of Mob Psycho because I wanted to see it in anime form. That's why. I wanted to, be an anime original, or not anime original, what the fuck am I saying? I wanted to be an anime only to, watch it, just for the first time, have my general reaction, let you all know how I feel as a newcomer to the series. And so, I don't know if this adapted everything properly. I have no idea. I just gotta be straight up with you. I have no idea if they skipped anything, they messed up anything, I don't know. But I'm just gonna tell you as my thoughts as an anime only, and just, my impressions of it. So, as an anime only, the art and animation, instantly the best key feature of this series. I love the art and animation. Now, it has a very good plot to it and a good structure so far, but let me just, go into the art and animation. And for one, if I'm well aware, I don't think Mob Psycho actually has a manga series. I think it just has a web series that's like the, creator one that writes, One Punch Man. The art doesn't look, 10 out of 10. It kind of looks like, it's better than what I can do, but it's not the best thing ever. And I know for a fact if there is no manga series of Mob Psycho, like being redone and, kind of redrawn and stuff, I know the art must look kind of bad. Just cold hard truth right there. So if Studio Bones is adapting from something like that, I just gotta give them props. I gotta give them props because to be able to turn something like some of the sketches that I see in One Punch Man into something like this, I'm amazed that Studio Bones kept kind of true to the art style, actually. You know what? It's a little bit strange, but the art style of the writer of One Punch Man, it was kind of shown. You could really see the art style in this, and it was so strange. I mean, it looked good, but at the same time, it works. It looks so interesting. It's such a different art style. Not animation. Animation art, completely two different things. Just the art style looks so weird. Like, some of the times, if you look in the background, you see, like, some of the scenes or the benches or stuff, they're, like, weirdly shaped, like weirdly drawn, like they're fucked up looking, or they're not drawn right, but it's meant to be like that. It's because it's the art style. And I love seeing some of the character expressions, like when you see some of them having joke scenes when they're just over exaggerating their emotions. That was just such a wonderful art style for those scenes. That's not even talking about the animation they used, and the animation and art really complements this, and it's amazing seeing Madhouse's, I guess, answer to One Punch Man, and now seeing Studio Bones' answer to Mob Psycho, seeing the two different distinct art styles being like, or the distinct art style being turned into two different art styles entirely when it comes to anime form, and it's such a good look at seeing how these two different studios can do their own individual, interpretation of these individual series. So, Mob Psycho, though, getting on topic, the first episode, it's kind of just laying the foundation of the world, and it doesn't really dive into everything, which it shouldn't. It's the first episode. It kind of mainly lets us know more about our MC, Mob, and also about the person that, Mob is kind of studying under, which is kind of a phony. His name is Reagan, I think that's how you say his name. He is a person that runs an agency. He's like one of the persons that are like a detective, and they deal with supernatural type entities abilities like, you know, Ghost and stuff, and he's actually a fraud. He can't really use any psychic powers at all, and Mob can. So it reminds me a lot of some characters I've seen from other shonen series or seinen series where they're a fraud and they're using stronger people to do their work for them, and that's kind of what he's doing with Mob throughout the entire episode. He's like, Mob, I'm just too strong, these are all small fry, I'll let you deal with all of it, even though he can't really fight even small fry Ghost because he's a weak son of a bitch. So overall, I like the dynamic there and how Mob just doesn't understand that, but it's also cool though. I just love seeing the reaction from Reagan because it allows us to see how a normal human being would react to what Mob is doing, or maybe what these ghosts are doing, and then we get to see Mob in his badass state when he's just wrecking monsters like it's nothing. And it reminds me a lot of Saitama in a way. It really does. Saitama is very broken, fucking OP. He's meant to destroy everything in his way like it's no challenge, and I love One Punch Man for that. And I don't know exactly how powerful Mob is. I have no idea where to grasp his scale of power, but I mean, looking at the way it was shown at the beginning of this episode with a little fighting montage, and you know, in this episode, I'm kind of fairly certain that Mob is probably one of the strongest psychics in the world, maybe the strongest. Now, I don't know if he's going to have, you know, a challenge or not in the series. I don't know if the writer of, you know, Mob Psycho 100 is going to have a challenge for Mob in the future, but I do really enjoy the style of the series so far. It kind of, in a way, it reminds me somewhat of Bleach. Now, not, you know, entirely of Bleach. Now, hear me out, okay? I know some might not like Bleach. You may like Bleach. Just hear me out. So, it reminds me of Bleach in a way because our characters, or Mob, he's just hunting down ghosts and stuff, or different, you know, I guess, ghouls, ghosts, spirits, and he's just, you know, taking them out and making it to where they can go up into, you know, heaven or hell. And I really like that dynamic. It's a really awesome, interesting outlook on this series, and I'm really fascinated by the direction the series might go, because, I mean, for now, from what I can see, is that Mob, he just wants to train. He's trying to learn to control his abilities, and there was a countdown or something throughout this episode, which, like I said, anime only have no idea, but from what I can gather, I'm kind of certain that Mob, most likely his power grows over time after he keeps using his ability, because the, like, power increase, like, till he hits 100, kept going up slowly, and at the beginning of the episode, there was a very big hint that his power gets stronger as the numbers go up, and if we look at the title, Mob Psycho 100. I mean, you saw this, like, timer going up throughout the beginning part of the episode, and then you saw, like, when we had these, like, little cutscenes, like, it was flashing to different scenes throughout the episode, you saw where it, like, showed on the bottom of the screen, the Mob Psycho's, like, power 27% or something, so it looked like his power was charging and getting stronger, and then maybe it goes back down to, like, 0 where he's kind of weak, so maybe his power continuously grows, and then it goes back down to 0 and then grows again. That might be how his ability works. That's just from what I gather. I could be wrong about that, like I said, anime only, but that's what I'm assuming is going on, which would be very cool. It adds like a kind of Escanor style power to this. I mean, it's like, you're very powerful, you're fucking broken and OP when you hit 100%, but when you hit 0%, you're like a basic human. You can't really do much. And so, yeah, but I mean, granted, Mob was, I think, using 20 to, like, 30% or whatever it said in there. If that was, like, only 20 to 30% of his power, I can't imagine how crazy some of these battles could be in the future, if that does relate to how much power he can use at the time. So, yeah, getting off of that, though, I think the episode, honestly, as an anime only, I truly enjoyed it. It's a very hype series, and definitely has a very unique style to it that is completely different from every anime from this anime season, Summer of Anime 2016, and it's definitely something I completely recommend. I mean, if you're a fan of One Punch Man, you like Saitama and all that, you might like this series, definitely. If you like One Punch Man, I'm fairly certain you most likely are going to like Mob Psycho, because so far from what I could see, it's a very good start, a very interesting start, and it has a very good MC. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you all feel about Mob Psycho 100? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? How do you feel about the art style? How do you feel about the animation? Are you going to continue watching it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, before I end this video, one last thing I need to say. Manga readers, or I guess web novel readers, I don't know if it has a manga or not, I think it's just a web novel. If you're an original, you know, source fan, how do you feel about the adaptation? Like, was it good? Was it bad? Please let me know. I'm just very curious. Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.